I'm pleasure and honor to now invite the Honorable Auguste P. Kafwan, Minister of Finance of the Republic of Liber, who will now respond officially on behalf of the government of people of Liber. To me, ceremony. Minister Kafwan.
Thank you very much. Excellency the Honorable Priest, Head of EU Delegation to Liberia, Ambassador, Republic of France, and EU partners here, the acting Minister of Agriculture, Honorable David Akwe, representing the Honorable Dr. Alexander Yuta, and the acting, I don't know where I get it right now, Director General, or should I have the acting? Director General of NAFA, Deputy Minister Myers, Zuo, Ade Jones, Assistant Minister Willens, colleagues, members of the full estate. It is quite interesting that I just came from Europe to come to a program signing an agreement with Europeans. The EU is a strong partner of Liberia, and the partnership spans the ages. As I said the other time, this partnership has been tested and tried, and it is in tough moments that you know your true friends. The EU has stood with us in thick and thin. Last year was a tough year, but was a good year at the end. It was good because the EU and some of our partners stood with us, stepping up where others were retreating. And we note with appreciation that at a very crucial hour, the EU budget support coming in very timely and reducing some of the pressures that we face as we deal with government and its challenges. And we met triggers. There were triggers set. It was not just freely. We had to do this. We agreed targets, and we met the target, justifying and qualifying for the support. The target was not only met. The targets were not only met by the Ministry of Finance, but all the government entities, ministries and agencies. So on behalf of the President, let me thank all my colleagues across government, cabinet ministers, director generals and others who worked with us to ensure that we met the target for 2025. As usually say that the reward you get for doing a good job is the ability to do more job. So we have some targets we need to meet. 2026. From the history, we are doubly certain that we beat all the targets. This project, this assistance is good in a lot of ways. One, it is grant assistance. Grant. It is not loan. So, Minister Zuo, Deputy Minister of Economic Management, he chose two key areas of the ministry. Aid on one side, grant on debt on another side. So debt management is on him, aid management is on him. It's good that this is put in the aid category. That debt, although debt is aid, but this is grant. So we don't have to do all the hard calculations that we do on the debt side. But the good thing about this thing is we always talk about bread and butter, the bread and butter issue. We're talking about empowering a very critical sector, the fisheries sector. And you didn't bring, cartons of fish here with dry rice. No. I don't see cartoons of fish. But you have come to help us to fish for ourselves, to do for ourselves, to empower a critical sector across 9 counties on the coastline of Liberia. It's going to give employment to our people. It's going to empower them. They're going to be cold storages. You know, one of the problems is loss. Our people go and struggle and get on the high seas. They bring the fish, and to store the fish, it becomes difficult. Some of their effort just lost through post-harvest losses. This is going to help us to reduce that. We're going to do a whole lot in helping us to empower our fishers across. You're going to help with ice making pumps so that we can store the fish that our people catch and can sell, and can, as a result of their sale, they can choose to buy bread, they can choose to buy bread and butter, they can choose to do other things, including sending their children to school. So I'm very happy that it is not 2 sectors that are being impacted here. The agricultural sector, I know my colleague Dr. Nuta should be very happy. And also the education sector, because you are impacting on the University of Liberia and the Tubman University, educating and preparing people in this critical profession. We will work with you, Madam Ambassador, as we've done before, to ensure that the joint aspirations we have for development in our country is achieved. I was with the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and we did some stopovers in Brussels, discussing with our Ambassador J. Liber, and in preparatory talks for the EU Liberia Business Forum. And you talk about that she will start on the 24th of February, a 2-day forum. And the planning is well on the way, and I think I'm very impressed with what we are planning. It's not just about grants, about loan, but it's about the private sector. If we are to impact hugely on the development challenge of this country, we need to bring the private sector of Europe closer to the private sector of Liberia for win-win partnership. That's why we're going to seek, and I know that many companies across Europe are subscribing, and we're going to try to connect Liberian businesses to European partners, and that sector ministries will be there to make the case to say that we have a new Liberia. A new Liberia. And this new Liberia, as I usually say, we are not where we want to be yet. But we are not where we were yesterday. Because where we were yesterday, where we are today is much better than yesterday. And tomorrow, working in coordination with all our partners, the EU, in our efforts, tomorrow promises to be much better than today. And given the momentum, we are very certain the day after tomorrow will be much better than tomorrow. That is the commitment of the President. That is the commitment of the Vice President, entire government. And we will continue to work with you all in order to prove ourselves deserving of partnership. So thank you again, and we look forward to tangible outcomes, not in the speeches we make, but in the lives of our citizens, the non-counties across our country. Thank you very much.
Honorable Finance Minister,
Voilà,
we are simply for fun.